you know, I want to forgive her and I want peace and all of these things. Yeah, I've always wanted to have a housewarming party, but when I move in, there's just like backwood guts on the floor and a U-Haul box.
What is backwoods guts?
Oh, that's such a good question, Trisha. Boyfriend on Tinder immediately after a 2-year breakup.
Hello. Ring, ring. Who's calling?
Who's calling? We love you guys.
Loveline. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
But also Not Loveline is calling.
And we love Not Loveline, and Not Loveline is calling. Today, we have set the goal to make the most professional episode ever.
Calls. Prepare for a telethon, because that's what's happening today.
Call us at this number.
Right here. Ask us your questions. We have 15,000 messages to go through, but what's 15,000 more, honestly?
We're going to go through all of them.
Yeah.
Me when
right
I lie.
today. Devin's like, what? Madison Square Garden, we'll go through all of them. I think we'll have the time.
100%.
What if we just take a question from everyone in Madison Square Garden? Like, everyone can submit their question. We answer all of them that night.
Just speed round. It's like, should I break up with him? Yes. Like, just next. And our Patreon. I've been trying to give even more on the Patreon.
You did so good on the last one.
Because I just never wanted to be the same or be redundant. So I was really sharing some stories from my past that I would want to tell Jimmy to cut out, but it's on the Patreon.
Ooh,
so
it was shocking me. I was like, wait, what is this? I need to know. Like,
yeah, I got out on a roof. I let into the details, and it was a great episode.
It was everything. I loved it. No, that was a good one. So go to patreon.com/NotLoveline today to get a bonus episode every Friday. We love you guys over there so much, and we're gonna take calls. But just how are you feeling? We're in our pajamas. We just ate some food. You ate a salad, which I love.
I did not love my kale moment, but I do have a sensitive stomach sometimes, and I'm trying to, because even right now, if I just ate Taco Bell, which is what I wanted, I would be like, "Hi guys," like I'm having one of those days, and I'm just trying to listen to my body.
Yeah, you would never know. It's so funny. You have been doing so much this weekend, even going through like the most, and like in between you'll say it, but then once the camera's on, you're just like on. All of a sudden you look like perfect. You're fine. I'm like, you're totally fine.
And I'm honestly just tired. Sometimes you have weeks where you don't get as much sleep and you work on a lot of things and you're stressed. But
so valid.
It's all blessed. So I've been trying not to talk about it too much today, how tired I am. But we're in our pajamas.
But you should tell. If we're comfy. But you should like if you're tired, you should. That's good to. Like, sorry if I'm slow. I'm like, you're not at all. But like, love that.
Literally today we were just in the room changing, and I was like, sorry, Trisha, if I'm so slow. Like I am just like so tired. But like.
You're a businesswoman.
It's also my insomnia is like the worst.
Oh, you stayed up late?
Yeah, even if I have the longest day and wake up early, I stay up until 3 a.m.
What were you doing last night?
Watching the new Dexter. And
There's a new one?
Yeah, Michael C. Hall signed a lifelong contract, I think. He is cranking out roles as Dexter, I think, forever. But he's so good, and it's my favorite show of all time. So I like...
Serial killer.
Uh-huh. But he kills serial killers.
Okay.
So he's like... he's on his vigilante.
Okay, so
most of the time.
He's like a bounty hunter or what?
Kind of thing, yeah. Like he just like if he sees someone doing something bad, because he has the urge to kill. You know what I mean? But like he channeled it into this code, which is like only if someone fits it. If they are a bad person, they're a predator, they're hurting children, they're whatever.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so he's like channeling that to something good. What's his name?
His name is Dexter.
On the show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dexter Morgan.
Dexter. Who do you like better, Dexter Morgan or... Who's the hot one that we always talk about?
Joe from You.
Joe, yeah.
I think Joe from You is a Dexter ripoff. I love it more than anything ever. I think it's such a great show, and I love Dexter, so I love. Oh. And I might get some hate for saying that, but I mean the monologue, like the inner monologue, like that was
Dexter.
That's Dexter. Like that, Dexter created that.
And which one is better then? Okay, maybe he copied, but which one is better?
Dexter is better.
Okay, the original.
So much better. I think Joe from You is more made for like today's society where we like romanticize him and like it's a little like hotter of a show.
Yeah.
Dexter is more like psychological and emotional and like I don't know. And now Dexter has a kid, so like there's this whole like development that's been across. I've been watching Dexter for like over 10 years. Oh my
God, I didn't know it was on that long.
Yeah, like it's so you're just very attached, and I don't know. It's the blueprint for shows like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so everyone, there's a lot of serial killer shows these days.
Yes, so. Like the inner monologue serial killer that you love and are rooting for.
Yeah,
and Joe from You, like he also was like selfish and like was killing for his own reasons, and a lot of innocent people died. And in the end of that, that's kind of what that finale is like, oh, like Joe needs to die and he's not a good person, whereas like Dexter, like
he's like a good person
for the most part. Some innocent people definitely have gotten hurt. from his antics.
Why don't they do a female version of these shows? How come
They
there's never a girl one?
They should. I've literally never thought about that.
Everyone loves Charlize Theron in Monster, so it's like, why don't they do like a TV like series about that? Because they're just kind of the same thing. She was like killing like awful men, and we're like, get it.
I love that they in this new season of Dexter. There's a female serial killer like plot line, and I was like, wow, Dexter didn't have a lot of that. You're right, it's much more like male, lots of males. We should even like, oh my god, like a Margot Robbie in her. That's why I love Gone Girl. I think that's why Gone Girl's my favorite movie, because she is like, the man did her wrong, she's doing some crazy shit. It's all inner monologue, like Dexter and Joe, and like.
So they're reheating their nachos. Is that first? Gone Girl sounds like it's old.
Gone Girl, maybe it was. I don't know.
They're
different enough that I wouldn't say Gone Girl reheated Dexter's nachos, but like did the monologue. I don't know. It is.
You know what? Maybe this weekend I'll watch it. That's like one movie because you talk about it a lot, and I really need to watch it.
It is like, it's nuts. It's so nuts.
I would love to bring it up with you. If I become obsessed with something, like I would love to bring it up too. Like that would be like so fun.
And I think you would like it because we love to see a woman, like a man being. And he's cheating on her with like Emily Ratajkowski plays the character that Ben Affleck is.
But isn't this movie so old?
No, it's
like
not
she's
that
young.
old.
Really?
It's like, it might be 10 years old.
2014.
How old is Emily Ratajkowski? I thought she's like so young. I thought she's like 25.
No, she's in her 30s for sure. She was young in that movie.
So like 8. And she's the girl with Ben Affleck.
She's the mistress. Like, and so then Rosamund Pike plays like Gone Girl, like the main character. And she finds out he's cheating on her with Emily Ratajkowski, and she goes nuts.
Oh my gosh.
But enough Gone Girl talk on Not Loveline. I'll shut up.
I love Emily Ratajkowski. That show I was telling you about, Too Much. Did I tell you about that with Meg Stalter?
I want to watch that.
She's the other girl in that one too. Well, kind of like, yeah, Meg Stalter's like boyfriend leaves her for
I love seeing Emily Ratajkowski in her acting era.
I love her too. I think she's like so beautiful. I loved her in the Amy Schumer. She's always like a hot girl. She's always like the one that like is just,
she was on iCarly and she played like Gibby's.
Wow,
Gibby from iCarly's girlfriend.
I don't know iCarly or Gibby.
Like when she was like, I don't even know if she was 18. That might have been like her first role.
Wow, there's so much lore. I didn't know. I thought she was like a really pretty model. I didn't know.
I know, and then she'll just like pop out and act. You know,
and so good at it too, because acting is not easy. Okay, well,
acting is so.
Acting is hard. It's actually so hard, and I'm like, I don't think
I think it's because you and I too are just like very like the type of headstrong people who are very like our persona is our persona. Like it's who we are to our core. It's hard for me to like imagine being anyone else. I love it sometimes.
I think it's hard for other people to imagine us as anyone else too. It's like Kim Kardashian. Like she's like in theory a good actress, but you do see her just be Kim Kardashian in all the shows she's on, which is like fine. But
I loved her on American Horror Story.
Yeah, she was great, but
she was Kim. You know, she was Chris. Honestly,
yeah, it's giving you're Kim Kardashian, but I don't think it's her fault. I think it's like us too. Like you'll just always see you as Tana, no matter what you're on.
It's so true.
And
it's like,
but maybe not. Maybe you could be. I shouldn't say that. Me as Trisha, you could always just be as Trisha.
For sure.
But you could. Maybe you could. You never know. Like you could be like Eliza
You also
Koshy.
have your like cosplay where like you're like I'm a tavern girl today. Like I don't even have that. Like I'm Tana in the tavern. like
you should do a legit tavern. I don't know if we've ever done like a legit one, but I feel like you actually would.
We did one. We did one, but I would do another one with you anytime.
I love your accent, your little European accent.
And it's so funny because you in the tavern is actually such a big part of my life because the video of you in the tavern played at every single canceled podcast live show ever.
That's so
funny.
And
like it'll be such a core memory of mine forever because like let's say a crowd was more quiet, they're going insane for that. Like it's the direct middle of the show. So it's like the moment where it's like the show changes and stuff. Like it is such a
ingrained in your head
core memory. And like I could like recite your entire tavern video like word for word just because I would hear it every night.
What an honor to be a part of it. And that was the best.
And I'd be like somewhere in the middle of nowhere and like turn around and see you and be like, oh, that's my girl. She's back at home. I'll see her soon.
That's how I felt. You were the intro of our show. Like right before I'd come out, it was like a little Just Trish montage and you're like right there and you'd always get like the biggest screams and I'm like, oh my God, so good. And then I'd like,
we have the best fans. Speaking of,
let's get to a call.
We're going to talk to them today.
What a transition. We're going to talk. All right. First call.
Hey Trisha, hey Tana. I literally love you guys to the moon and back. I love you guys so much. I wanted some advice on coming back from really no contact. Me and my stepmom, I've had her in my life since I was around 10 or 11 after my mom passed away. She was physically and verbally abusive, and there were really good times and also really bad times. I'm now 18 and going to college, and I haven't talked to her since November. It's August. There was a really bad incident with the cops in the hospital, and it was not my fault, but, you know. And so I was just wondering because recently I've had a lot of people tell me I should give her grace, give her flowers, that she's changed and that she's bettered herself. But me personally, I just feel like I need to protect my peace because I have a lot of people that step over me and I'm very susceptible to that. So that's why I cut her off. But I don't know if I'm not completely closed off to forgiveness, but I also think that I want to keep up my guard for a little bit. Tana, I know you have your experience with going no contact. I was wondering how you think I should go about this, and if you ever think there is going to be a time for me to get past this and come in contact with her again. I love you both so much, and thank you for the advice.
Wow. I could answer this question for an hour and a half, to be honest with you. It was such a layered question, but I will try to keep it concise so we can take as many calls as possible. I think narcissism and no contact is a different situation. I have a lot more, I look at no contact for other reasons, with almost different eyes, because I think that it's much harder to get a narcissist to change. Whereas other people, maybe she was struggling with something else and she has completely changed and she is completely healed. And they're so reasoning to have a whole new path with this person, right? There were a couple things that you said though that I just want to touch on, where you were kind of saying, I want to forgive her and I want peace and all of these things. And regardless of if you go back into contact or not, you still can forgive this person and make full peace with it no matter what. My biggest advice would be manage your expectations. If you are going to go back into this and talking to this person, I think that where you could end up getting really hurt or disheartened is if you expect them to be something completely different, and then you come in and maybe you still see glimpses of this person that you once went no contact with, or they let you down. You could find yourself back in a lower place, maybe where you once were. So manage, and you know what I mean? Maybe put the bar in hell, right? And just accept them for who they are and be like, if I'm bringing this person back in and they haven't changed a bit, I would just try to be as accepting of you as you can of their mental illnesses and their weak suits and their whatever. And just also boundaries are very important, just accepting them back into no contact might mean that it's one call a week, right? And you go into that call with a certain headspace and one interaction a week, and you go into that interaction calm in who you are, and don't let them get those rises out of you, and don't play into those things, and just tread with caution, and I love you and I just want to protect your heart and your peace. And I do believe some people go no contact and then they break it and new history is rewritten and beautiful things can happen.
Beautifully said. Yeah.
That's my advice.
Nothing more to add to that other than I love it. And I do think the only other thing I'd say is, I love this era of no contact because again, it wasn't around when I was a kid, and I wish it was, especially with certain people. But I also do think if you do decide that, at the end of the day, this person was the adult, and whether they healed or growed, if you're not willing to or you don't want to accept it, you don't have to, because you were the child in this situation. So I do feel there's a lot more grace for you as the child. Mm-hmm. And it's great if an adult learns, grows, becomes a different person, but it's trauma as a child is trauma as a child, and it's hard to break. It's hard to get out of that trauma. So I don't think there's parts of me that want to go no contact with people who traumatized me as a child. And I'm maybe I should, even though it's been 25 years. It's it's still a lot of trauma that person caused me, and yeah. But I think you had the best experience, so your advice was
no. But
perfect.
that's so real, what you're saying. And there was something in this that I really struggled with, because I noticed how much when I would tell people that I was no contact, they'd be like, well, that's your mom and that's your dad, and give them grace. And I had to almost seek out, that was where Reddit was really helpful for me. No contact Reddit, saved my life. You know what I mean? Hearing people's stories and knowing it was for me and that there were people who understood. But don't let people also guilt you into that, because people love to project their own experiences of family and their own definitions of that, or project their own things onto you. And I don't know, just hearing that, it could just be people, and it almost always is people who just love you, and that's their idea of family and their idea of life. And it's not a bad thing. Those people aren't bad people, but don't let someone project guilt onto you for choosing that, because you obviously chose it for a reason, and it's equally as right, whatever you decide,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because you didn't deserve that. And also you seem like you're in an era where you're choosing peace.
Love.
So don't let anybody that up, and just have your boundaries, and
choose peace always.
Yes.
Give peace a chance.
Yes.
Love that question. Oh
And
my
we love
gosh.
you. And you got this regardless of what you do, and nothing is linear, you know? Like, just even if you went no contact, like broke it and then wanted to go no contact again, and that's okay, you know? Like, yeah.
Thank you so much to DraftKings Casino for sponsoring today's episode of Not Loveline.
DraftKings Casino has your playbook for gaming action all season long. Play thousands of popular slots for a shot at jackpots. Over 400 million has already been awarded.
Wow, 400 million. That's a big number. Okay. New players get 500 spins on Huff N More Puff over 10 days. Download the app, use code NOTLOVELINE, and claim your spins after your first $5 wager. Get in the game with DraftKings Casino, home of the largest jackpot win in online casino history. I believe that with the 400 million. That's insane.
And we love Huff N More Puff in my house.
Yes, the crown is yours.
The crown is yours.
With DraftKings Casino.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for featured game only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends October 5th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Thank you, DraftKings Casino, for sponsoring today's episode of Not Loveline.
Hey, Trish and Tana. I'm 1 week postpartum from having my first baby. He is truly a blessing, but sort of an accident. The plan B didn't come through, but I'm glad it didn't. But my bestest friend is having fertility problems and can't get pregnant, and I just don't know what to say because I accidentally got pregnant and she's actively trying. How can I help her through this? Love y'all.
Not the plan B not working. That's crazy.
Right.
Like,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That, right. I always think about you when I think of plan B because you're the only one that like openly talks about it, and I love it.
I know, I really do. I'm out of my plan B era.
No, you should talk about it. I love the openness of it. You're out of it.
It's true. But that is very hard
It's
because
so hard.
and just feeling that guilt, it's almost like a reverse, like survivor's guilt. I don't know how to explain that. Like it's, you know what I mean? Because it happened, but everything happens for a reason and you were meant to have this baby and you shouldn't feel guilty, you know, like just, that's a beautiful blessing. But I understand also loving your best friend. Like I can't imagine if that was like, if I were you and Isabella or Ashley, like I would be heartbroken for that person.
Yeah.
You know?
It's such a fine line. There's like no right answer because it's like your friend and you want to help her through it. But I don't know, sometimes, I don't know. That's tough. Like for me as someone who like couldn't have babies, like saying nothing to me was the best thing. Like I don't, you know, but maybe she's trying to, I don't know, something to comfort someone who's struggling when you had it like easy.
Yeah. And I think maybe just let her know that like what's meant for her is going to be for her and just be there for her and listen to her vent and talk about it. And, you know, I guess if I were in that situation, I would probably also just be a little more wary of things I'm saying coming off as like rubbing it in her face or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's not your fault, obviously. And like,
Yeah.
like you said, like you should celebrate pregnancies. For me, it's like when I saw people like have pregnancy announcements and I wasn't getting pregnant, I would just like mute people. I was like unfollow people because it was like so frustrating. But yeah, even though it's like not your fault and like, you shouldn't like hide your baby. But you know, like when you go into like I had a high risk doctor during all my pregnancies that would do my ultrasounds for me, and they wouldn't let you bring your kids in. Like, you know, like you couldn't bring kids in because so many people were going through like losses and stuff like that. So in that sense, I would say if she's like really sensitive about it, to like not bring your child around because it's like, again, not your fault, not the baby's, but like maybe that person might get like triggered seeing your kid. Like just like in the doctor's office, they don't like encourage you to bring kids to those facilities because they don't want other people to feel triggered, you know?
And I think that in the hardest times of my life, I always remember the people who were just sat by me and listened to me vent and still rooted me on. And like, you know what I mean? Like she will be so grateful that that is your role in her life, no matter what happens. And that is your purpose. You know what I mean? And maybe she will eventually find it very cathartic being an auntie as well through all of this. And there is some beautiful, harmonious reason why this was supposed to happen for you at this time and why her time is either to come or whatever ends up happening for her path. And you guys will get there. And you're a very good friend. I just want to give you your flowers for calling in and caring and
just
supporting.
Wanting to know how to support her is very nice to ask. And everyone is different. Like you said, some people will like thrive being an auntie, and you know, some people just can't be around babies until they have theirs. But I do believe, like you said, there'll be that time for your friend.
100%. And you are just a good friend for riding for her through all of that. And the world needs good friends like you. And we love you.
Yeah, and congrats. Oh my God, 1 week postpartum calling in. I love that.
Even that seems so hard. I couldn't even pick up a phone.
No, 1 week is crazy. 1 week is so hard. Me trying to go to My Chemical Romance 1 week postpartum. I was like, how do I get to Dodger Stadium? How can it's like walking 10 miles? I was like, that's crazy.
You're on a gurney. You're on a
and
gurney.
I was really
like
debating.
this.
Yeah, I was like, how do I get there? And I was like, God, that's so much walking.
But
anyways.
to be Trisha Paytas, because if you really wanted to go on a gurney, like we would have made it
that
happen
would
for
have
you.
been everything.
It's
but
so real.
I feel you, girl. I love her watching Not Loveline 1 week postpartum.
Yeah, we love you.
Let me call in. Yeah, congrats. Oh my God, that's so exciting. And it's so exciting that you had your baby.
Yeah, congratulations.
And she took the plan B and she still had the baby. So like, that's kind of cool. Like you could, there's
That's
other
also
ways.
some advice within itself, everybody.
Yeah,
The people
like-
taking plan B.
Yeah.
Like, whew.
Yeah. I love it. I love that story. Okay.
We love you.
That baby came through.
These were very wholesome, and Devin has a smile like this next one's not going to be.
We are. I love it.
I
There's
love
no
giving
nonsense.
advice too.
Yeah, you're like so. I love advice too. I do love giving advice too.
Yeah, because like we always talk about this, but it feels like there's a purpose.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it is. It's like we live life for a reason.
Yeah, thank you guys for giving us a purpose and your patience with our lack of calls.
Hi, Trish and Tana, love you guys. I've called you quite a few times, but basically my ex-girlfriend cheated on me and dumped me, and is now moving to the city with the girl that they cheated on me with. And we're all in the same friend group, and I get it, like, breakups in a friend group are hard, but my best friend is having a housewarming party, and she did in fact let me know that my ex and that the girl she cheated on me with is going to be at the housewarming party, and I don't know what to do. I did have a full-on panic attack. I'm not sure what the right option is. A big part of me wants to be like, oh, like I can show up, like show them what they're missing. Another part of me is like, that's going to destroy me to see them, and I would just rather not engage with that. So what do you think? Thanks. Love ya.
We're laughing off camera because Amari definitely has some history with dating within the friend group and navigating it.
We were just talking about that while you were in the bathroom. We were talking about like the friend group situation, how he wasn't like Coachella, why he didn't go to Coachella and all stuff like that.
Yeah,
I wasn't comfortable. Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah, and obviously it was a little different than this story and much more layered. And
Violence is never the answer.
Violence is never the answer. Amari
Amari's
wants to give
quote.
that advice, even though he definitely thought it was the answer for a second there. He chose violence and then he chose peace, which is real. You know,
yeah.
that's real. That's funny because there are two. I was going to tell her to choose violence. So now I'm rerouting. What do you think? Would you? I think that's hard.
What kind of party? Was she saying Halloween? Is that what she's saying? A Halloween party?
Housewarming?
Oh,
Yeah.
what is that?
Like new house, we're warming.
Come see our house?
Yeah. Yeah, I've always wanted to have a housewarming party, but when I move in, there's just like backwood guts on the floor and a U-Haul box.
What is backwoods guts?
Oh, that's such a good question, Trisha.
I've never
Like
heard
when
that.
you roll a blunt, it comes with tobacco in it anyways. That's the guts. Anyways.
That sounds better than what I thought.
Yeah, the guts is a gnarly word.
Yeah.
This
Dating
is,
in the friend group, don't do it, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, this situation is more because it's like you got cheated on and she wants to bring the new cheatee in, and I'm assuming your ex-girlfriend is a part of the friend group, so that's why she's allowed, and then now she's bringing the new. And there's so many answers to this situation, right? Like you cannot go and choose peace, but that's also a feeling because you want to be around all of your friends and you are welcome, so it's like you can choose violence and be insane, and you have every right to because you were cheated on. And you could bring a new date and try to act unbothered. And
Love that option.
if you can pull that off and genuinely feel unbothered and all of those things, that's also a good thing to do.
Or bring a date and see if the other person's bothered. Just like make out with that new date at the party and see if that person gets bothered. And then they love you.
Yes.
Yeah. Be like,
Yes.
ooh, he's mad. She's mad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's so many routes you can take. And I think that this situation is very situational. You know, like it's whatever route you want to take. For about 10 years of my life, I would have showed up to that party, taken 4 shots, and caused hell. caused hell for my ex and the cheaty. Like, I can't even lie, you know?
Yeah, the cheater should always be exiled. It's like in a prenup. Like, the cheater should never get money, should never collect go, like all that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it should never be that. Like, they should not get to be a part of the friend group anymore. Like, if they cheated on you. Like,
Yeah, and there's almost, because even when I'm thinking about this past situation, like that wasn't the case, and it made it harder that like Amari and Ty are both like good people. You know what I mean? Like that made it harder for everyone to navigate, because it was like, you know what I mean? Like, whereas it is almost more frustrating as her, because she's like, you know what I mean? Like, why the f- are you guys keeping this awful shitty person?
yeah, like they cheated on me. They should never be in this friend group.
Yes,
like, yeah.
but also I don't know the lore. Like that girl could have been friends with all these people for like just as long, if not longer. And like the way that like you got to ride for your besties even if they cheat. Like it's, you know.
Wait, really? Is that the rule? No, never. I don't know. I don't have friends, so I don't know what the rule is. But I feel like I would not talk to them anymore. I'd be like, no.
I don't know. If Amari got into a relationship and cheated on someone, like I would definitely
scold me, but you'd be like,
yeah, have.
Oh, because you're like siblings. I get yeah. Like if my sister cheats, I'm like, well,
like don't do
whatever,
that. You know, yeah. Like that's not don't do that for your pain and to cause other pain on good people.
But
and stuff,
you don't want to have like. But I'm nobody at Thanksgiving. You're like, well, I'm gonna see you at holidays. So.
Yeah, I'm not exiling like my besties for that. So
that's true. That's true.
It's so layered. I think that you have the right to cause hell and you have the right to choose peace, and you should pick whichever one you want. I'm telling you that up until the last 2 years of my life, I would have caused hell, and you do it that way.
What about now?
Now I wouldn't cause hell, but I would serve.
Yeah.
I would show up looking as just sickening as I could.
Love that.
I would probably invite a date who was just mogging those two losers. And I would probably throw subtle, devious jabs.
Like how?
Like, you know, just, what are you doing for work now? Like I'd find the thing that like I'd find whatever the thing is, you know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, do you still like that thing that you like? I'd be asking the new girlfriend, like, does she love and make something up too that doesn't even exist? Does she love having her ear bitten? You know what I mean? Like, because it's like, I know. And then like, she doesn't love having her ear bitten. So the new girl's like, oh my God, she doesn't like me as much. I'd be evil. Well, I don't know if the new girl also knew that she was the cheatie, that she was the accomplice.
I see, right.
So then she might be innocent in all of this too. And then the ex is the only person. It's so layered, you know? It's,
yeah.
We don't know if the cheatie
was brought in, maybe.
Was in the friend group.
Oh, that'd be crazy to like cheat with someone in the friend group. I guess it's better.
Yeah, in that case, I'm committing arson.
But then you're...
Arson.
But then you're two friends against one. It's like, well, I guess we'll keep the cheaters because we've been friends with two of them. It's better than losing one friend.
Oh my,
Then someone's getting jumped.
Yeah, it's hard. It's violence or peace. It's whatever you're feeling. I think that who I am today, yeah, I would like serve. I would throw really subtle violence in there. It wouldn't
subtle
be like
violence is crazy.
And just, you know, little jabs, I'd wear a really good corset top. I'd wear
okay, I love it.
You know, I would.
Cutesy, nothing crazy.
But I also have always been the person who does like kind of show up and subject myself to those things. Like I also respect the out of like staying home, watching your favorite movie, maybe going on a Hinge date, skipping that thing, just skipping the housewarming. But it is a feeling.
Yeah, housewarming sounds lame anyways. I'm not coming to a housewarming party.
You in your house. You in your house of cheaters.
And your guts in the back.
Yes.
They probably have so much guts back there you don't even want to see it.
Yes. Ooh, that's kind of funny too. Like you could go to the housewarming and you could just
plant the guts.
You could just leave like a hard-boiled egg in the bathroom cabinet.
Oh.
Nothing too mean, just a little.
Well, it's not the cheater's house, is it?
Yeah, but everyone. Damn, I got more violent as it went on.
That is crazy.
Just one hard-boiled egg though. Nothing crazy. They'll find it, you know. People leave shrimp in people's shower curtain rods. That's a thing.
Why?
Because then like they'll never find out where the smell is coming from, and like shrimp, like
that is insane.
Allegedly. Yeah, I'm on that side of TikTok. I really am.
This plant is crazy. I feel like your chair got pushed back because it was never this in your hair before.
I know. It's giving banging. It's giving like emo.
Why
it's
are
giving
you so
MCR
far
side bang. It's because I found out that if I sit in this little corner of the chair that my right hip doesn't hurt,
but
we can take callers.
The chair itself should come forward more, I feel. Like you can be in the corner, but
I'm owning it. It's me and this plan against the world today.
It is wild. I'll tell Moses to move it out next time.
I love you. I'm like, I love you in the plant.
It's just so funny, but I love it.
No, it's me finding the plant. I need a compilation.
You are like in the jungle. I love it.
Yes. I know with my leopard, I do feel like a jungle baddie. Okay, who else has issues?
Yes.
I'm choosing violence today. Some episodes I'm so like,
Yeah, but I like that one. The hard-boiled
Yeah.
egg was great, and the shrimp idea was good too.
shrimp is diabolical. That's what you do to like the cheater's house, not like the random house. I'm gonna get in trouble for something I said on Not Loveline one day. Someone's gonna do it.
Never. Don't manifest it.
You're right.
We're clean girlies here.
Yeah, we're only
So clean.
good vibes.
Oh, sorry, I sound so annoying, but my boyfriend of 2 years just broke up with me and then was on Tinder after less than 12 hours after we're dating. And he's a piece of shit for that. And he broke up because he suddenly wanted to go out with his friends more after not drinking our entire 2-year relationship with me once, but every time he's out with his friends. And I just don't know how to overcome this because it's obvious he's a piece of shit. It's so hard. Okay, thanks. Love y'all.
First of all, you're not annoying. She said sorry for being annoying. You're not
No,
annoying.
what? Like, thank you for calling.
Yeah,
that was so
and
great.
we love you. And I can just tell you're an icon, even through this, even through what you're going through.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Boyfriend on Tinder immediately after a 2-year breakup. And we love Tinder, okay?
Tinder.
But we do not love this situation.
No, go on that double date, girl. Get on the Tinder double date. Not
Yes.
sponsored on this podcast, but
I will say, like, I know you're in the trenches right now of the pain, and you got to feel the pain, right? Like, you know, you just, there's nothing else you can do but go through it. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing, too, because bottling up pain never works out well. I think you feel it. You watch the sad movies, you eat the ice cream, you cry. It's 2 years of your life. You got to mourn it. However, if that man is on Tinder and broke up with you to just go party and whatever, like, that's not your man. And
Yes.
like, and I don't mean that in a way that you should be sad. I mean that in a way that, like, thank God he did it now and the trash took itself out. And you know what I mean? Like, if he wants to be on Tinder 24 hours prior after dumping someone who loves him so much, that's not for you. And you deserve someone who wants to stay in and do the cute things and go on the cute dates and go out with you and not his friends. And you know what I mean? Like, have fun with you. And I always say, like, to anyone going through a breakup, it's so hard to not want to go back and it's so hard to not be sad and to not miss it. All those things can be true, but congratulations is the biggest thing on this new era of your life, and it will get better. Bitch. We've been sitting today laughing like so much about all of our past, like, things that we thought were be all end alls.
it's
You know,
actually crazy to think like anyone I thought I would end up with like is wild. And like you, girl, I was the same. Like, I would like still be hooking up with like people who broke up with me, and then I would see like on their iPad them on like Raya talking to like these girls, and it would be like so devastating and so awful. But I'm like, thank God that happened, because like I would see it enough times, and then eventually I'm like, what am I doing? This is like you're so pathetic. He's trying to hook up with other girls, and you're here because no one wants to hook up with him, so you're like the like last resort, and it's like so embarrassing. Like, for me personally, it was embarrassing. But those people I thought I was gonna end up with, like I look back now or think now, even like with kids with them, all that stuff like that, I'm like, thank God, oh my God, that was like God protecting me for real. Because
Yes.
it would have been the worst situation. It'd be me raising kids by myself with someone who like doesn't like me. You know what I mean? It would have been the worst situation.
Yes.
Worst. Like when I think back to like people I dated and was so in love with, like, and it's not on them. It was just like the worst people for me. Like, people I was
it's just
dating.
they weren't for you. And I want to go back to
Yeah.
that Tana, like, crying on the bathroom floor and be like,
Yes.
no, congratulations. This, and people are meant to be chapters too. Like, this is not even saying that person's so you should have never dated them. Like, no. Sometimes people are meant to align at a certain point and then you never align again. You know what I mean? Sometimes people are meant to teach you all of the lessons so that you can be a certain version for your next partner and stronger and better. And that's what this person was for you, was lots of lessons. It's not that he shouldn't have ever happened, but it being done is as big of a blessing as the lessons that you've learned, you know?
And yeah, that's a good point, because I always think, oh man, I wasted my time. But I do feel like that time has led you to your next spot. You know, whatever that year was that you needed with that person has led you to like the next, you know, area. Thank you so much to Ro for sponsoring today's episode of Not Loveline. You guys, healthcare is not just about your physical health. It is how you feel, how you show up for work, for friends, and for family. So make sure you prioritize your health, and Ro can help you by doing their free insurance checker to see if GLP-1s like Wegovy or Ozempic are right for you. Let's face it, sometimes we put our healthcare on the back burner because insurance is confusing. What number do we call? What's my policy number? Do you cover this? Let me get back to you. I don't want people in the waiting room seeing me. I don't want other people knowing my business.
Hold music. Sounds awful.
No, Ro takes all the guesswork out for you with their free insurance checker. They'll call your insurance for you to see if you are covered.
And people delay seeking healthcare not because they don't want help, but because they're overwhelmed by the system. Fine print, endless calls, confusion about what's even covered. Ro clears that path by starting with a free insurance check to see which, if any, GLP-1 medications are covered by their insurance. No guesswork, no hassle, so you can feel good about taking the next step.
Let's face it, life is already complicated, and when your health goals take a backseat because of insurance complexity, it's easy to feel, well, stuck. Ro's Insurance Checker is built to unstick that moment, free, simple, and built to help move forward.
Ro's Insurance Checker lets you know if you're covered for GLP-1s for free.
For free is crazy. But if you want to see if you're covered, just submit your insurance card and Ro will take care of the rest.
No paperwork, no hassle, no waiting on hold.
Ro's free insurance checker will send you a comprehensive report of your coverage details so you can make a decision that's right for your goals.
In fact, nearly half of all Ro members have insurance coverage.
If you decide to move forward, Ro can help you understand if GLP-1s like Ozempic and Wegovy are right for you and your goals. But that's just the beginning.
When you become a Ro member, you'll have support throughout the process. You'll have access to your provider on demand for any questions.
So join the over 500,000 people who trusted Ro to check their coverage for free.
Go to ro.co/notloveline for your free insurance check.
That's right. That's ro.co/notloveline to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications.
Thank you, Ro, for sponsoring today's episode of Not Loveline.
Love you. And all that stuff like that. Because even like physical area, like I would move. This was like a pattern with like every single guy I've like ever dated, whether it was like casually or seriously. Like I would like move next to them. I'd be like so far away from them, and then I'd move into like their same city, and then we'd literally break up like a week later, or we were broken up and I moved after, whatever the reason is. And like it was just always a curse. I was like never move next to a guy. But like if I wouldn't have moved to those certain areas, I wouldn't have met the next person, or even Moses, because he was like in the area that I was like living in. He was just like in the area. He didn't live there, but he was like on I guess it wasn't the app. I don't know, but he just knew I was in the area, I guess, because he DM'd me and he's like, oh, it was my mom. He was in my mom's area. That's where it was, because him and my mom lived in the same area.
Yeah.
And he recognized something in the back, and he was like, oh, like we should go to this restaurant. I was like in the back of my mom's house. So anyways, the whole point of that is like wherever you are is where you're meant to be. You know 100%. What I mean? Like, that's where you're meant to be found.
I always look at people's lives. Like I just recently, I had a friend of mine like really find their life partner, and we had this conversation about how we were talking about all of this person's exes. And I even with myself, I look at it as like a staircase. Like each person is a stair, and eventually you get to the top of that staircase, and that is where your partner that you are meant to marry is. And you could have never gotten to your partner without each of those steps. You know what I mean? Without each of those, the person that you were on each of those stairs on that staircase, and the person that you became after it. And there is so much life after this breakup. Let that man go swipe through Tinder. Let that man miss you. Let that man be so sad 3 years from now because he lost out on the wifey to try to go live the party life. And that's not your journey.
You know what I did actually? Moses and I were never officially together, but when he stopped talking to me the first summer we met because I was being wild. But we were never officially dating. We were like hooking up, whatever. But then he just like he like blocked me for like a month and a half or whatever, and I couldn't get in touch with him. Found him on Tinder, and I swiped right, and we matched. And I was like, here I am, because he had probably swiped on me maybe before. I don't know how it happened, but he had swiped on me before, or maybe during this process. So then he blocked me everywhere, but not on Tinder. So I was able to like message him on there and be like, I'm here. And you know what he told me? He actually said it was kind of impressive that I found him on there. He's like, how did you find me? I was like, because I was swiping thousands of people on Tinder, and it just
so
popped
iconic.
Up. Yeah. And he was like kind of impressed that you found me on here. So I was like, that was kind of open not to say that is your solution.
But that also shows what's meant to be like will be. You know what I mean? That just like that person was meant to be your path. And you know what? 5 years down the line, you guys could both grow. And if that's your person, it will be. You know what I mean? And it's meant to be. But find peace in this breakup right now. And like go dive into that hobby that you always wanted to. Or go do that thing with your friends that you didn't do because you were taken. Or go on a trip. Just reset your mind and focus on you, because that's what the universe is trying to hand you right now, right? Is a time of your life to focus on you, and we'll see what comes. So
Yeah.
And so many things will come that you never even imagined.
Yeah, it'll all work out.
She sounds super young, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just,
and she sounded optimistic at the end. She's like, all right, bye. Like, I'm over it already.
Yeah, and sometimes you need to just cry for a week, but then be like, this was not my lifelong journey.
No.
You know, and you don't want that too, because imagine you marry that guy who then always wants that and wants the younger girls and wants to swipe on the apps and needs the validation of going out alone with his friends. And it's not like just to party and have fun with his friends. He's like in the club for the girls and like whatever. Like you might have dodged the bullet of a century.
What was it? I think it was Mike Malek's tweet who was like talking about being in the club and his bros checking in on him. And I'm like, and I'm not age shaming because we're close to the same age, but I'm like, oh my God, but like 40 talking about going to the club is crazy. Like, Mike, you know what I mean?
Mike is going to be in the club in Ibiza in his wheelchair. And you know what? Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, good for him, I guess. But I just was like, if you want to do that, great. I don't know if I would tweet about being in the club at 40.
He does want love.
Does he? I feel like he had, I don't know him, but he had it with Lana. And he just like let it go.
That's true, but they were a movie. They were Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Wait, really? She seems so sweet. I used to watch the vlogs.
She is like very sweet. Just not I don't think that was their match made in heaven.
I used to actually weirdly watch his vlogs. Never now. I could never. But like when Lana was in it, like I used to watch him all the time. Was glued, was sat. And I really thought they were so sweet, but okay, maybe
they were, but I think they had a lot of. I mean, I know all the off-camera tea, but
I see. Oh, so you're friends because it's very like Beauty and the Beast, where like the girl's so in love with this guy that's like, you know, not below her, but like she's so out of his league, right? She's like a hot star, like ex or whatever, and he's kind of like, you know, lucky to have her. Wasn't he a fan?
He is like an Adam Sandler type of like where he pulls the baddies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will say it's because of his personality. Like Mike is. I've been defending so many straight men on this show today.
No, that's what I said earlier. I'm like, you are a straight man defender, which I don't mind. But
there's so many that I hate. You know what I mean? Like Matt Rife is diabolical.
Just Matt Rife.
Who else is diabolical? Tom Sandoval was diabolical up until his recent era.
Special Forces.
Who else is just a diabolical straight man that I hate?
For people, I admire that.
David Dobrik's diabolical. All of that whole squad is diabolical. Now I'm just coming for. There's so many and just you hear about it all the time. Inexcusable straight man behavior. But like I've spent some time with Mike, and he can be very, very insightful, and he's really there for his friends. He's like he'll call me and just be like, "How's your mental health? I'm checking in on you." Like I thought I was struggling with OCD, and like we had like a 5-hour phone call where he was, you know what I mean, like talking me through symptoms of OCD and how he manages them, and checked in on me for that after that. You know, I have to give people their flowers.
I think you just have good experiences because you're also like an influencer of something, because like I remember him treating Ava Louise like so awful after she came over and gave him a blowy, and he called her like a troll and how ugly she was.
And
I
was like in the
crazy.
Lana time. She
was like 20 and he was like literally 40. I was like, can you stop? Like,
that's
you know?
Unacceptable.
So I feel like you have a different experience, not to like bash him.
No, that's real.
I follow him on Twitter, so it's not like I'm like a hater, but I do am like sometimes think these influencer men are mean to like girls that don't have the clout.
No, that's true.
Want the clout. He like accused her of being a clout chaser, but you're the one who invited her up to your room, okay? So don't even. It's not like she snuck in and against your will started doing this. Like you told her where you were at and invited her over. So like,
and Ava Louise too. Like I am so like proud of her and love her. Like her honesty with all of her lore and how much she has grown as a person. And yeah, that whole like I don't even know that whole scenario. And I was somewhere else mentally, probably just being an insane person.
You don't have to be.
No, but no one deserves anything like that to happen to them. She didn't deserve a lot of the things that happened to her. So I ride for her.
I know. I want to have her on Just because her mom too was like a
awful narcissist.
Oh my God, like abusive.
Yes.
And it's just crazy when I see people like make it out of those stories, and like I could see that when she would like troll with like licking the toilet seats and stuff, like I could just see. I was like, I know this girl. Like, was this girl not like obviously that extreme? Well, maybe I was. I don't know. Who knows? But like, yeah, you are like looking for attention, looking for a way out, looking for a way to get your name out there to like escape the situation that you're in.
100%.
And I had a lot of like empathy for her, and yeah. But I did watch what was it called? The Night Shift. I watched The Night Shift. He used to make merch for it. He's like, get the Night Shift merch. I was like,
Clock in. No, just
that's crazy.
The love life lore. I don't know what's gonna happen in Mike's love life, but I can't deny that he has been very nice to me. But that also might be because of my. Well, I don't know though. Anytime I'm with him in public, I see him being really kind to people. So maybe that Ava Louise situation was a faltering in character. I don't know the situation, and
he was nice, but Yeah. Anyway,
Team women too. Like, you know, I want nothing but good things for the girls.
Why did that even come up? I was saying something. I don't know why it brought my mic up. What
Him
was the
being in the
question?
club. Which is just, you know, even when I go out to the clubs now and I see all of the guys that I would see when I went out, like every single night, there are some, like so many LA promoters and just different stuff where I'm like, how? You know, but some people love that. And I love to gamble. I love things that aren't good for you, I guess. I don't know. I'm straight man defending today. I don't know.
No,
I
but
love
that's good. I honestly have empathy. I'm like ridiculously hard on straight men, especially like we talked about Harry Jazzy a couple episodes ago. It's like, I'm just like, hate to hate.
No, and I think that your reasonings, like even just what you just said about Eva Louise, like that is not.
Yeah, you give me one ick and I hate you forever. I'm just like, I hate this person, but like it's like I'll forever go.
And you stand on business, and you are like, yeah. I think that I will develop personal relationships with people, and they'll do good things for me. So I try to see the good in them, and I always just want that's the thing too. Like I want to believe, even like with Makoa, like I just want to believe that there are good people and men out there, or just see the good in people. You know, just want
that's a good way to be.
Like I just, you know, even because I also think that I have a lot of empathy for people because I made a lot of horrible mistakes. Yeah, like I did a lot. I said horrible things. I did horrible things. I was a horrible partner, just as bad as so many of the men that we like on. Like I was an alcoholic. I was just so many things. I was so awful. And like, I believe now that I have healed and grown and I'm not that person any longer. Yeah. So like, I think it would be hypocritical of me to not like believe that other people can do the same things. I think Mike is in this era where he's like, I don't know. Last time I talked to him, he was like, I really want love. I want to figure this out. So I'm hopeful.
Good. Because again, I guess like at a
or
certain
if he
age,
was like, I'm going to be honest with all of the women that I date, and I love Ibiza, and I'm going to do this forever.
Date Portnoy.
As long as you're honest. Yeah. You know, I could never date a man in that like scenario, but like lots of girls can and do.
No, I do love the honesty. Dave Portnoy was like that. He was always like, he always says that he's just like tells girls straight because he loves those young girls, which is okay, one thing. But he says he doesn't want marriage or kids straight up. So I respect for not wasting time.
Yeah, honesty.
If that's true. I mean, I don't know what he saes to the girls. Hopefully he says that.
I could never be in the club for life. I like did way too much of that. But if you're honest and you're honest, that's all we can really ask for.
At some point, don't you think like there are some people that it's like, don't you want some companionship, like a constant in your life, you know what I mean? I agree,
and I do. Like I you know what I mean? I could never. Yeah, I try to like understand that there are people out there that are even like there was this guy that we would talk about on Canceled. Well, it's not me to like. I don't want to talk about her lore, but like Brooke had an experience with a guy and we would call him Mr. Big because he was like the same as Sex and the City guy, where he's just like damn near 40, like. And just like, I don't know, the end takeaway was like, damn, you really want this life forever. Like whether you're a sex addict or whether you're whatever. Like, and I can't understand it. He was a piece of though because he wasn't honest about it. You know what I mean? That's a straight man I hate because it was like you played someone, you played with someone's heart, you know what I mean? But still, there's a part of me that hopes he doesn't do that forever, you know?
40 is that age where you need to start growing up a little bit as far as like the people you're dating too. Like, let's not date 20-year-olds when you're in your 40s, you know what I mean?
Yes, and those guys who just like repeatedly do that, I always, any guy that I know that does that, I'm going to clown them for it. Because it's just like, especially when the older men, you just see them going through the breakups and they're so sad. And it's like, well, what'd you expect?
I know. It's like yeah, you're a piece of regardless, because there's always like a little I hate it as someone who's only dated people in their 40s and 50s at every stage in my life. Like they're all awful because they'll say, "Oh, I was honest with her," but you weren't really. You were like doing other things to make me think.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to be honest, and if you are, then good on you for not being like the men, I guess, who are so dishonest. You know, because that's.
Did you hear Leonardo DiCaprio is dating someone who is 26 years old and not 25?
Which is so funny.
Growth.
Because why is that like a leap and a bound for him? Which is
he never dated anyone over 25. And now he has a 26-year-old girlfriend.
Maybe he'll go to 27 next, 28.
She's 27?
That's
time to break up.
Yeah, like I wonder if he'll ever settle down. That's another one.
He just said recently in an interview he feels mentally 35 even though he's 50. I was like, all right, well, that sounds just like a code of creep says. Like mentally I feel this. I'm like,
well, yeah, and it's like, well, that's like such a thing in Hollywood. People who became like, I wonder if the peak of his fame was 35.
Oh, we looked it up. Yeah, so we looked up movies because the person Paul Thomas Anderson was interviewing him. It was a recent interview. And he said, like, usually something happened in that age where you were, like, where you peaked or you were traumatized or whatever, and you're, like, stuck in that. You were, like, frozen in that era. So we, like, looked up the movies. I did not. Oh, it was the one with Kate Winslet where he was, like, married and... Revolutionary Road was that year. He was 35. So, like, maybe it was... Because isn't that movie, like, he doesn't like his, like, suburban life or something like that?
It's literally him playing, like, a 40-year-old dad that is, like, grappling with the fact that he has a suburban married life.
Whoa, that's so
Oh, that is crazy. And so that's the year. That was 35. And so people were like... Maybe that was, who knows?
That's so interesting. You see that so often in Hollywood, though. People who are like stuck at an age where either, something traumatic happened or they peaked or whatever.
That is, so that would be
But I wonder, like, that makes me feel sad,
Yeah.
Because it's like, I would literally be so sad if I, like, mentally peaked at, like, 21.
For sure. And he specifically, Leonardo DiCaprio, was a child star. So I have a little empathy because, like, he was on Growing Pains. And the guy who was on that show with him that was, like, the vocal coach for everyone, it was the one who, like, abused Drake Bell.
That's what I was just going to say, Brian,
What was his name? Was his name Brian? Or am I making that up?
His name was Brian. I don't remember his last name.
Yeah, and he was on Growing Pains with Leonardo DiCaprio. So it's like, maybe... I don't know. I'm not like speculating. Well, I guess I'm speculating, but I don't know. Is like, like there's probably something as a child star, even if like nothing sexual happened, like people being weird or creepy with him as a child,
and
being like, you're so cute.
Time, Brian was like creepy, I think, to Leonardo, but also just like, the child star of it all. The fact that people even like seeing Demi Lovato thrive so much right now is like so amazing. It's like the fact that people even come out of that is so crazy.
But then you look at people like Hilary Duff, and she's just like. Kept it clean though. She was on Josh Peck, and she was saying how she like never like did any drugs ever. I was like, wow, good for you. I mean, but I do love Demi Lovato's story because it's like that's so real too. It's like just going through so much and coming out and like just being amazing and
that's all you want for people. Damn.
I like your hat. Did you just put on that hat?
It has like two wearable routes to it.
What did you wear earlier?
Originally I had it flipped up, so I was wearing it like this.
Oh, you're cute.
Okay.
Feeling like I wanted to be cozy. Well, actually, no, my earrings hurt with the headphones.
Oh, yeah, you look like you're going to go hunting. I like it.
You look very cute.
A duck hunter. Remember Dick Duck? Does anyone remember that? I'm too young. Oh my god. Yeah, Dick Duck.
The game?
Yeah, where you like, and it had the like Nintendo gun thing, like it was orange. How did you know about that? I love you.
My parents like had like a
young mom.
Sega and like N64
Yeah.
and all
Oh
that
my
stuff.
god.
They play like all those like old games like Galaga.
I'm finding out a lot about you
We
today.
need Deborah on the podcast. You should get Deborah. You guys should have. You and Deborah should have a podcast.
We would love. She's
Craziest taste.
wild.
I love like, and I'm like the same age as your mom, so I'm not saying older in a bad way, but I love like older women's like takes. Like we always talk about them, or I've always talked about them. The I've Had It women. I love them so much. I love their takes. They're so wild.
She would last. I'm not even joking. 3 episodes though before we're all canceled by association. She's because she just has she has opposing takes sometimes, and like that's what's fun about our relationship with her because we're like, what do you mean? Like,
Don't you see so many similarities with her with Trish? Like,
I need to meet her.
yes,
the sparkly stuff, like the cheetah.
yes,
It's so millennial. Like there's a certain millennial that just like loves that stuff, and I feel like we get along.
Here she's like, I want to bark in.
and we're like, why?
I love that.
Leave the house.
me as buying so many purses and never once have I left the house in like 5 years. And I just carry it around with me sometimes around the house. I almost brought one down. It has like a rainbow labubu. I'm like, maybe I should have it as like a prop.
Yes, that's been my new bit too. Just like trying to give my purses life even around the house.
Girls would do that on my podcast. All the cool girls would come and like put their purses as like the prop next to them. I'm like, you guys look so cool. And they would just like dig through it during the podcast. I was like, that's a vibe. Yeah,
I love a purse.
I love a purse too. I'll bring some down next time.
My
I have
chateau
so many.
is forever my favorite.
Do you still use it?
Yes.
That's so funny.
All the time. I was using it the other day. I love it.
Oh, I do love your purses. You always have cute purses. You just bought a new one, didn't you? Like a Fendi or something?
Ooh, my Fendi sequin baguette.
Yeah.
That was the same day I bought Aquaman's Fendi sequin baguette.
He loves this. I was going to take a picture with it. I actually put it on him the other day.
Oh, that's cute.
He's just like, because he likes the shiny things. So I was like putting it around his eyes. He's like, oh, so cool.
That's cute.
Yeah, he loves it. Loves the
My little
Fendi.
chicken.
Thank you so much to Stitch Fix for sponsoring today's episode of Not Loveline. Shopping sounds fun, does it?
Yes, shopping can be very, very stressful. And picking out an outfit for something can be so stressful.
Oh my gosh. And they never have my size in stores. So I'm going to the store. They don't have my size. I don't know how to piece it together because they don't put them on mannequins anymore. I'm like, how do I get my style?
And that fitting room experience sometimes is truly purgatory. The girl's like, can I get you anything else? And you're like, lobotomy.
Everything, anything. Okay, I want a real human styling.
Yes.
Are they stylists? No, they're nice people, but maybe they don't know how to like style. They're like, I'm just here for a job. You know what I mean? But Stitch Fix is amazing. And let me tell you how it works. Take a quick style quiz, share your size, style, and budget, which is a huge thing, and get matched with a real human, the stylist who gets your vibe.
It's no risk, all style. Get a personalized fix box straight to your front door and try it all on in the comfort of your home. Shipping and returns are always free and there's no subscription required. Plus, get a free try on for your first fix.
So literally you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Get started today at stitchfix.com/notloveline to get $20 off your first order, and they'll waive your styling fee. That's stitchfix.com/notloveline.
Thank you, Stitch Fix, for sponsoring today's episode of Not Loveline, and we can't wait to see you serve a look.
Love it.
Hi, Tana and Trisha. I love you girls both so much and love the podcast. So I'm calling in to ask, is it acceptable to ask your fiance's sister, so my future sister-in-law, we are getting married, she is gay. Is it rude to ask her to stand and be on the bridesmaid side and wear something that matches the bridesmaids? Because we did kind of let her know that that's what we wanted, and we wanted her to kind of match, and we're open to, she doesn't have to wear a dress because she doesn't really wear dresses. She hasn't in 4 years. However, she did in the past. Something to note that is important. And she freaked out on us and started crying within like a minute or two, hysterics. Couldn't really get a good, like we couldn't have a back and forth conversation with her. She's in her mid-30s. Never talks about being gay. Never really talks about how she presents herself or identity-wise, if she is having an identity crisis. And like, we don't feel like we overstepped. We felt like we were opening the conversation to her, but she really took it the wrong way and was hysterical, and now we don't know what to do. We feel like we're aligned on the vision we want. We would love for her to at least stand with the women. She doesn't need to wear heels and get her makeup done and wear a dress. We are flexible, but she is really coming at us and saying no, she doesn't want to wear anything. She wants to wear male clothes and everything. We don't know what to do. Love you.
I feel like you're close. You're almost there on like where I think you should be mentally. What's raising a flag to me is like the vision. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm trying to say this and like, because we love you and congratulations and all of those things. But I always think even if I get married, like I have so many gays who like I will definitely be having on like my side. But if for some reason, like, you know what I mean? Like if for some reason you, like, let's say all my bridesmaids dresses were pink, right? And then Amari, you'd slay a pink suit, and I know you'd be down to do that and stand. You actually, yeah, you did for my Jake Paul era. But like if for some reason you were like, I don't want to wear a pink suit, I want to wear a black suit with the other boys and stand with the boys on Makoa's side. Like it just like no question to me. It's like you want everyone to be comfortable. Like I think gone is the time where it's like all my bridesmaids have to wear the same thing, and even if they feel like, because then you're bringing that energy into your wedding and at your altar, and these are people that you love so much. I think that the phrasing should be more just like, we would love for you to be a part of the wedding party. Where would you like to stand, and what would you like to wear, and how can we make that happen?
Oh, so did she say she wants to be on her brother's side, or she said she doesn't want to wear the same color? I know she doesn't want to wear a dress or makeup or any of that, but she doesn't want you to wear the same color. She wants to be on the groom side.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of an issue with the side, or just something clearly like triggered something. And I don't know how you guys communicated that to her, right? Like there's a part of me that's like, maybe you did communicate it really well, and it still just triggered something in her, and then she was unable to communicate. And that does suck, because you're trying to execute this wedding and figure things out, and you want people to be happy. But I think that maybe the approach should be, we would love to have you in the wedding party.
Where? What
would you like to wear, and where would you like to stand, and kind of make that happen, because comfortability from the people you love is so important, you know. And even if what she wants isn't your exact vision, that's okay.
Oh, I would say, Smart may have a little opposing. I would say, like, it's your wedding. I love that you're like, you don't have to wear a dress, you don't have to wear makeup. Like, love that. But it's like, if your vision is, like, we had every guest wear white, right? And it's like, if you don't wear white, like, you can't be in the photos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like,
fair. That's fair.
So she can come and wear whatever you want. People can come without wearing white, but you're going to be not in a photo. You're going to be asked to move so we can't see you in the thing. You know what I mean? So I think it's like,
I agree with that.
you know, it's like she can come, or I love what
fully
you
agree with
said,
that.
give an option. Like, do you want to be on his side and wear like a tux? But you can't be like, if you want to wear like purple and everyone else is wearing black, you know what I mean?
I agree with that. That's no.
Yeah.
I just mean like, if the bridesmaid's color is blue,
Yeah.
and it's like, what do you want to wear? A blue suit, a blue dress,
Yeah.
a blue whatever,
Of course.
or is it like you want to just whatever side? I
Yeah.
agree. A theme, I think theme is okay. Follow the theme
Yeah.
is like
Don't just wear
yes.
whatever and stand there. I just want to stand there
Yeah.
but wearing nothing.
They're in like Sperry's and like. And yeah,
Yeah.
like no. A theme is beyond okay, and I understand that. Like that being a part of the vision is okay, but I think that if your vision for her hurts her feelings, like maybe try to cater.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I love when people turn into like bridezillas or they're very strict on their wedding do's and don'ts. Like I'm on that side of TikTok too. Like absolutely no kids at the wedding. And then there's like a whole ton of comments like, that's so effed up. Like kids are like, I just love when people like
Yeah.
stand on what they don't want. You know, like, no, I'm paying $50,000 for this wedding. Like it's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
don't want
perfect.
a lint
Yeah.
liquor rolling around.
Oh, I've seen first dances where like the kids just like run out in the middle during the first dance and like the parents don't do anything. I'd be like pissed. I'd be like, no, absolutely not.
I agree with that actually. It is your wedding. I do want to like say like execute the wedding of your dreams because you deserve that. But just yeah, I wouldn't want anyone at my wedding party to be standing up there and be like, I feel like shit about this or this is triggering me or like what you know what I mean?
she
Like,
sounded a little triggered if it was so quick that she went into hysterics. You know what I mean? So she probably got maybe anxious or something about something you said. So it's
yeah.
worth talking about. It's your family. So
Yeah, just find the common ground where like the theme is executed, but like maybe this person you love is also comfortable, whether it's whatever side or whether it's whatever outfit on theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that.
good luck.
Good. Yeah. It also sounds so f***ing stressful. Oh my God. I don't know if you smoke weed, but I need like a joint or something.
But at the end of the day, it all works out and the world keeps spinning whatever happens, whether she's in it or not, you know?
100%. And like, just, yes, I can't imagine. Like, everyone's like, oh my God, when are you going to get engaged? And I'm like, I can't imagine trying to have those conversations right now of like, oh, you don't like this bridesmaid's dress, so now we have to find one in another color that's a different style. Like, I
It's so much.
would lose it.
Do you
know?
hate that
It's-
question when people ask you?
I just like
over
no. It's just like the idea of planning your own wedding. Like,
Oh, you could get a planner. Wouldn't you get a planner or would you do your own?
I would get a planner, but like it's still like you're so involved.
Yeah.
You're answering so many questions and you're figuring so many things out. And I think for me, it's like I'm in this era where I'm working so much that it would just, the way my mind works, it would feel like I'm working on another project.
It is.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I want to do it in a place of my life where I'm doing less so that I can dedicate my life to it not feeling like a work task.
Yeah.
You know, like it feeling like, wow, this is magical. And I'm so excited to pick which color plate from the 5 options.
That is fun.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
You would slay it.
stressful though, you know.
No, we have Halloween costumes to plan. We don't have time to plan a wedding
That's
over here.
and I can imagine like doing something like that, and then all of a sudden it's like I don't care what fork or if there's fish. Like
That was me. I literally was just like, don't care, just whatever.
But I want to do all the like niche random things to like,
fun.
yeah, because it is so fun, and just try to still have fun. You know what I mean? You will work over this hurdle, and you guys will come to a conclusion where everyone feels comfortable. You, your husband, her, and you will have a great time. So just remember, this is a very special time. But I can't imagine. Seriously, I know you're stressed.
Yeah.
So stressful.
Try not to be as stressed. But that's
Yeah.
weddings. Weddings just stress people out. So
Yeah.
that's just a fact of life.
That's like, there is such a part of me that's like romanticizes like damn near eloping.
Yeah, that
'Cause it's,
is
like-
wonderful.
and
Like
saving
small
money.
and- oh, so much money. I recommend it to everyone. I didn't do it, but I recommend it to everyone.
Yeah. Or just like 10 people that you love.
That's what we did for Maui, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, because then you get to like focus. I was at something the other day that was like a serious life event for people, and I was just watching them. It's almost like it's your birthday. You know, you have to talk to
Yeah.
everyone. You have to take the photo with everyone. You have to, and that's awesome. But also, like, you're celebrating the love with your partner. Like,
Yeah.
you want to, you know.
Ours was a meet and greet. Our wedding literally was, and I'm not just saying that. Like, we literally were stopped at our table, and people were just lined up coming through to take photos. And it's all
Yeah.
our family and friends, but it really was meet and greet for literally the whole wedding. We had an Elvis impersonator, didn't even get to see him. Like, he was performing, I missed it. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're just stuck there.
And you want to see everyone and thank them for coming
Yeah.
and for being a part of this journey with you guys. But it is such a like fine line, you know, where it's like you want to do that, but you also want to be present. Good God, I can't like imagine. One day.
I would love to see what you end up doing for your wedding. And I can't
know,
wait.
I'm excited.
But also,
You'll
if
be
you do
there.
get engaged, I just had people ask about engagement. Sometimes you can just be engaged for a long time too.
Which sounds lit too.
I always tell people that I'm like, if like one person doesn't want to get married and one person's like doesn't have the time to get married, I'm like, just get engaged because that's like the funness. Like I loved being engaged. Like and just getting like the cute proposal pictures, ring, whatever, and then you're just like, we're engaged, and then people stop asking, when are you engaged? Well, we are. But like we're
That's
getting married.
so true. Honestly, maybe I'll around
yeah.
and find out.
That'd be everything. I know. I really thought it happened in Paris. I was like, oh, good for them.
Oh yeah, but see, at that time, I just like I was so tore.
Yeah, because then you get engaged, and then like when's the wedding, and then you get married, and it's like when's the baby, and then you have baby, when's the next baby, when's the next baby. I was like, oh my gosh, it's just never ending.
Yes, it is like so, and I want to be in a place where it's like all I have to like focus on and be like, wow, this really happened, and you know, not just like, oh, I have a tart shoot tomorrow. I'm engaged now. Like I just
tart wedding. I love that. Didn't I think Michaela had an Elf wedding? Didn't she have Elf Cosmetics sponsor her wedding? She had a wedding lip combo, and Elf Cosmetics sponsored her wedding, and she had them at the wedding, and I loved it. I got invited to that wedding. I should have gone. That would have been so iconic had I known what I know about the icon that is Michaela Nogueiro.
Yeah,
is that how you say it? I love her name. I don't know her name.
I don't know. I've made so many jokes about her that she wants me dead, I think. And rightfully so. I just Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. I do it again.
I had fun.
You look like Millie Bobby Brown right now. Like I literally am like, you look so much like. Did you see her? She had a baby.
Yeah, I was just gonna say she just announced that her and her husband adopted a baby girl, which my dream. I'm so happy for them.
It's so exciting, and it's so posh. It's so in right now to just announce when your baby's here. Not the pregnancy announcement. Nothing. People just announce like, here's the baby, and I love that. I think that's everything.
Because we really do just live in a society where privacy is power in so many ways these days. Because it's like, imagine she came out and was like, we're adopting.
Right.
And like, everyone would have had so much to say, which is crazy because you're like saving a life, you know? And it's just
it's the best. Yeah.
Yeah, or changing a life, you know? But
yeah, when I heard that, I was like, okay, so I'm not going to have any more babies, but I could adopt a baby. That
oh my
sounds
God,
kind
I
of
didn't
fun.
even think about that. I want to adopt so bad.
I kind of do too. Like, I always kind of have when I thought I couldn't have my own kids, and now I'm kind of like even more motivated. I was like, maybe in 5 years.
I just think adoption is the most beautiful thing in the world because it's like, I don't know, especially just with like how I grew up, like the world is overpopulated and there's so many children that would maybe suffer or be in foster care and just situations. And it's like, why make more and add to the problem and the consumerism problem and like just all of it when like there's so many people to save and give a beautiful life. Like, and I just like, I always feel that way too. Like, what is life without sharing it with those, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, it's so beautiful. She like inspired me. I was like, I love that so much.
Yeah, I'm so happy for her.
Congrats.
I don't know her, but I'm very happy for her.
I'm very parasocial with her too. I love her.
Yeah, she's just
I don't know her
an
either.
angel.
Is that wild though? She's 21, he's 23.
21 and 23?
21 and 23.
He's 23 and she's...
I guess if you think about it, like she had her 11 Stranger Things moment.
Right.
He's John Bon Jovi's son. Like they've got the money.
Why did I think she was older than you?
Oh my.
21.
Yeah.
Not that she looks it, but I really thought she's been around for like ever.
Yeah, she just started very young. Even Kylie Jenner had her first kid at what? 21.
Oh my God, okay.
22.
Young moms. I love the young mom trend. I mean, I wish I was a young mom, but that's so young.
There's so many benefits to it in the regard of like being so young and limber for children, but
Kylie was 19.
Kylie was 19.
Wow.
Which is like now she's what, 27, 28, and like Stormy's like literally about to be the president. Like there's,
she's
but
an
I
icon.
could never. I mean, I could never. I just like wasn't grown enough.
I could never. I wanted to. Oh my God, I wanted to so bad, but
I'm
would
just
have
so
been a
like
mess.
anal about like wanting to be the best.
Yeah.
And like having gotten all the therapy, read every book, like everything, I think, because just I want to break every generational curse. And
you will.
Just like, oh my God, I couldn't imagine like 24-year-old, even me now, truly. I thought by 27 I would have a kid.
Really?
Yeah. And now I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
27 is young. When I think people in their 20s, I really do think like, 30s is the new 40s and 20s is the new 30s. You know what I mean? It's like very, or 30s is the new 20s.
Makoa really sold me on that though. Like he wants to be an older parent, and his
Oh,
dad was an older
interesting.
parent. And I guess I had older parents, but I saw all of the like negatives of that.
Yeah.
And Makoa's the opposite, where like he had an older dad, but like saw all the positives of that.
What was the positives for
The
him?
wisdom and like just the like almost his
Patience.
dad living this very cool long life and then kind of having him and like Yeah,
I love
just,
that.
You know what I mean?
Tell that to Mal because we were older parents too, like Moses and me, and so I was like, we lived our life, and truly, I have zero FOMO because I'm like, I don't want to be doing anything else. I love staying home, and this is my excuse to stay home. And obviously we go out, but I'm like, just being a homebody is great.
Well, you also like, you have the great thing that you were so open-minded to the younger generation and empathetic to the younger generation. And that was like my biggest downside with my parents is that they were so stuck in, I mean, they were born in the 50s. Like in 1953, my dad was born.
Wow.
So yeah, like he was very
older than my parents. That's crazy.
Yeah, just like, so it was like, he was stuck there. You know what I mean? And that was such a negative for me. Like, had he been the type of person who was open-minded to learning about the new generation and new things, it would have been great.
Do you know if you were planned or not? Like, were they trying?
My mom actually lost 6 babies before me. I was the 7th try, which is crazy.
Whoa, that's wild. So they really wanted a child.
Yeah, which I wrestled with a lot. I was like, what do you mean y'all tried this long and finally got it? And then just like, how did you not?
Right.
What do you mean?
Dote on you, just like everything was like, you're the child, you're
yes,
you're here.
And like, oh my, and like work on yourself after all that time to be. So I definitely like, but I also feel a lot of empathy for her because all she wanted was a baby girl and then she couldn't do it, like, which is very sad.
Yeah.
Like that's
a lot. That is a lot of trauma to go through that many losses.
And I wrestle with it still, obviously. Like there's some nights where that keeps me up where I'm like, damn, that sucks that's like I was all you wanted and you couldn't do it, but
yeah. Well, like I said, you were the child. It's not like your fault or your thing to like think about. It's more them, but it is
almost
hard.
just empathy for them as individuals. Yeah, not as my parents. I knew that they were bad parents.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like, but just like, damn, that just sucks too to see people, like,
you're
not
very
ever get better.
Empathetic. Like we were talking about the straight men and this, you're very empathetic for people who don't even necessarily deserve it sometimes.
Yeah, that's very true. It is true. I've gotten better though I used to be like 2, and even in my dating life, you know what I mean?
I'd forgiving of everything.
Yeah, and like so empathetic of like people who did not deserve it. Now I definitely have boundaries to it, but I still am like that mentally. I have to like fight that. You know what I mean?
I think it's a better way to be than just thinking like everyone's awful and
100%.
cursing everyone, evil-eyed everyone.
But oh my God, I don't know. Accountability is also very important. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Number one thing.
Accountability over empathy sometimes, Yeah, for sure.
Making sure people know.
Yeah.
2 minutes or peace out?
No. So I want to play you one more call. We do have to wrap. We're a little over.
Okay.
I really want to play this last call.
Yes.
Last call.
Devin has a good call to wrap up the episode. I'm excited.
Yay, me too. He's like, you have to play this.
I've been enjoying the calls too because they evoke, I don't know, such different conversations than like.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I love this show because it's like, it like makes you think of other things.
Yeah.
Hi. My name is Sophia, and I don't necessarily have advice on sex, love, or dating, but I just wanted to say that I love you guys both so much, and y'all are just so beautiful, and I could just watch y'all's videos forever, and I feel like I have seen Tana grow so much, and I just think it's beautiful. And Trish, I feel like you are healing Tana's inner child, and same for you, Trish. I feel like Tana's healing you in a sense, and I just want to say that you can really see it through y'all's videos and the impact y'all make on each other, and I just love y'all's dynamic so much. It reminds me of me and my friend. But I do have a question. Would y'all ever go on tour? Because if Not Loveline went on tour, I would drop everything to see you guys. Like, I would freak out. I would drag my boyfriend. I would drag everyone. So y'all should really, really, really go on tour. That would be epic. Love you guys.
We love you too. What a beautiful person you are.
That was beautiful.
To take the time to call this number, to say that to 2 people, not knowing if they'll ever hear it, just because that's who you are and because that's your heart. And I'm manifesting that Trisha and I get to hug the out of you one day.
It'll happen.
100% it will.
Everyone at my tour always said, I love Tana. They would either they love you or they saw you already. They're like, oh, when Cancels came here, we watched
Same.
Everyone loves you. at a meet and greet FaceTime, and everyone was like just so excited. There were like 5 canceled shirts in the front row of that meet and greet. I'm like, okay, I have to. And I never would call and be like, okay, like be at my meet and greet, but they were.
I remember that day. I was so excited. Trisha called me and FaceTimed me, and I was like, "What's up, girl?" And then it was so cute.
They were so excited.
Same. The amount of I Heart Trish shirts at my shows and stuff, and that is just so beautiful how much like crossover we have and how lucky we are to get to do this, and like it's really cool too because it's almost like they brought us together to become friends.
Yes.
Like if we really have to think about like who we thank for our friendship, it's the girls like her.
Absolutely.
You know, which is like, that's so cool. And that's the only time in my life I think that that's ever happened to me.
Me too.
Where like the almost like our fandoms being so similar is like what got to bring us together.
It was. I remember.
I've never had that thought.
Yeah, when we started Just Trish, like you were the number one, and I thought there's just no way we'll get Tana because like you're always in demand. But you were like,
stop it! I was so gagged.
You were so in demand, and everyone asked. And then I remember you were like our 3rd guest, and I remember just like 1 million views, and I was just like, oh my gosh! I was like, wow, people love you.
Same. Those are people's favorite episodes of Canceled. Some of them are the Trisha iconic. I was looking at the one the other day of us in our our worker uniforms.
Yeah.
And I was also just watching that and thinking like, I was so excited to have Trisha over, and we knew each other and we knew each other's lore, but we were nowhere near as close yet.
Yeah.
And it's like beautiful to look back because that was more influencery. Like now it's just like, I do like, there's this
Friendship.
peace and home and you and our dynamic that I find. And I'm just so grateful for it.
No, and you're right. And it's like, Tana's obviously like 10 years younger than me, but the healing of just like, you know, a female friend who's just like so wonderful and so sweet and so nice and just like, yeah, like just championing like me is like so wonderful and so nice. And I was like, oh, as like a fellow influencer and an influencer that I once like looked at being like, thought we were so opposite. I was like, oh my God. But then ultimately like being the same and just being.
Yeah, we have so much in common. And we always talk about like the fact that we were definitely meant to come together at this time in our lives.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, you heal so much in me. You know, I always tell you that. Like I really needed you in this era of my life, just the way that you truly, truly welcome me for who I am and not some facade or not. There's never a moment where you make me feel insecure or doubting myself and or just anything. Like you are so amazing, and it's because of them. And like God. I know I feel so lucky to know you. I feel
lucky. You are the most genuine person I've ever met. I mean that. So I said it on the first episode of Just Trish, and I say it now. Like you are so genuine and so sweet. And yeah, our text. I know. I was just like, I love our text chains. I get excited when I get text from you.
I feel the
Devin,
same way.
Anyone. I'm just very excited. I'm always just like, oh wow.
No, when I like see a TikTok and I know you're gonna love it, and I send it to you, like I legitimately get excited. Like just the stupid. I'm so lucky to just have you and have this, and I can't stress that enough. To the touring thing, what do we think? I mean,
love it. Yes, I think variety show. I think we do talking, we do tap dancing, we do singing, we do all of it.
And
rapping.
We would have so much fun. Like
so much fun.
That's where it is. Like just knowing that we would have, it'd be like just so silly, goofy, like do whatever cosplay.
Yeah.
Like, I was just telling her yesterday. I was like, I want to be King Tut again. Can we do that? Like she's
so
always
funny.
down. Like it just that's what's
I love
so
that
cool.
That's what you want to be, King Tut. So funny.
Like we just get to be silly together. We want to start. We've been talking about this. We would definitely start with like a show or a couple, like 1 or 2 or something like that, and
to see
or manifesting Madison Square Garden in the forum. But listen, we would be equally as happy to do the Beacon and the Fonda. You know what I mean? Like it, like
where's the Fonda?
Small. Doing bigger than
Yeah.
Maybe the Greek.
We're doing MSG and MSG is that what it is? We're doing MSG and the forum for sure.
Because a Not Loveline live show would also just be so fun. And I also think like we've never done a meet and greet together.
Oh yeah.
Like that would be so fun.
I feel like it would take us so long.
So long.
There's been so many times where like there's no downtime in between the meet and greet and the show because I take like literally 2 hours. And sometimes they need you to get off the stage, so they move us to like the lobby. They're like, you can't be in the theater at this time. And they move you over. So I feel like it would
union rules and
yeah, no, for especially like New York, they're very strict about it, and they like fine you $10,000 if you're like a minute over, and you're just like okay. But we could build a set. We could call Drip Dome if we're at the Madison Square Garden. We'll call Drip Dome to build us a set.
And how fun! Like even I think we both did a lot of touring this year, and we're not like let's get on a bus next February, but to do even just a couple one-off shows of Not Loveline and just get to meet you guys together and. You know, it's also like we've yet to see the Not Loveline audience all in a room, and that tangibility is so special. You know, just walking out on stage and see, like, think about all the people we'll meet that will be like, I called you and I was this call. And then we'll remember the call and like bond with them over that and get updates. And like, oh my God, I can't wait to do something. We want to do a telethon too. There's just so many.
That could happen. That could be real, I feel. That one is very easy, I think, to accomplish.
And thank you guys just so much too for supporting this show, because this very much was just like two blonde girls with an idea. You know what I mean? Too, like, we were just like, we want to do this. And like, even like in the beginning, we weren't getting ads, and we were like, we're having conversations about like, even if this isn't profitable, we still want to do it and like whatever. And now like the ads are slowly coming in, but obviously that's all because of the people who listen and call, and just the patrons too. Like you guys, we have such a fun community over there. I could go on for hours, but the gratitude is endless for bringing us together and making all of this happen. And,
oh my God, I know. This has been so fun. We're almost at a year, huh? We almost have a year anniversary coming up. November. Isn't that crazy? Amazing.
What?
I know. We have to celebrate. Maybe our telethon will be at the year.
We have the 1 year anniversary of Not Loveline in November.
Yes. Isn't it crazy?
Flies.
Posting every week while you're touring internationally. I'm having
Aquaman's
a baby.
brewing.
Broadway.
Run for her money.
Like,
I know. Like, how did we? Yeah.
Oh my God. And just like, I feel like I've gone through so much, and like, still, and like, you know what it is? You know what makes it feel like it's a little less, I think, is because the stacking. Yeah. Like, we don't film it every week. Right. So it's like, you know what I mean?
So we would, when we do stack, we're like together like 5 days intensively. It's like so intense. Then we don't see each other for like a month, and it's like so crazy.
There was a point in time where I was genuinely debating putting an air mattress down here and just being like, I'm not, because
we were like 2 days in a row, like 6 episodes a day. Like we were so crazy.
But like, also I will say that attests to our love for each other and our show. Like, I think that a lot of people in the positions that we were in this year, there were so many roadblocks to like be like, oh my God, our schedules, and like there's literally no time to film this show, and like births and tours and all the things. A lot of people would be like, you know what? We'll get them next year. But like, we wanted this so badly that like we made it work.
I think we missed 2 weeks in the year, and I think that was pretty much
And I think you were literally popping a baby
birth,
out.
You were going to Australia.
Yeah.
Like, it was like impossible.
But like, that just shows how much you and I like love this and wanted it to happen. And that's like really cool too.
I love it. I love it. It's so fun, so easy.
Devin, that call really, like, I'm really happy you played that call.
That was so cute. We'll see you at Madison Square Garden.
And I love you, Trisha Paytas.
I love you, Tana Mojo.
So much.
Your name's kind of is hard to say, even though I know you. It's like, I was scared. I was like, I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to mess it up.
I think I mess it up sometimes. And honestly, I'll be Tana Paytas.
I do that with Moses' name, which is actually my last name too. I don't really know how to pronounce his name. It's like Hackman or Hawkmon. It's like I don't know it, and it is also my name.
Oh, wait till you find out Makoba's full name. It'll take you 10 years.
Oh my God, yeah, do you know it? I mean, you don't say it, but you know it.
Yes,
you can say it. I don't know Moses is Arlie. I was like, I can't say it.
No, it is so long.
Oh my God, I gotta know.
I'll tell you.
All right.
But
All right.
We love you guys.
Love you guys. See
Call
you
us,
soon.
See us talk about.
Oh, yeah. From that to that.
Yeah.